Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, The Joker Folie à Deux. I don't know, part 2, whatever. 2 hours and 18 minutes. Long movie for the weekday, but we're going with it. Struggling with his dual identity, failed comedian Arthur Fleck meets the love of his life, Harley Quinn, while incarcerated at Arkham State Hospital. So, and it's only a 5.3 on IMDb. This thing has failed for a long time. It's on Amazon Prime right now, if you didn't know that. 89,654 people rated it so far. Obviously, Joaquin Phoenix, Lady Gaga, Brendan Gleeson is in it, and Catherine Keener. Zazie Beetz, I know her from somewhere. Stephen Coogan. Okay, you know, there's a lot of people in it. Whatever. But it has failed. And it's 2 hours and 18 minutes long. And if I haven't said it before, or you haven't seen me before, I'm a big DC guy. And, you know, I grew up with the Batman TV show, everything. Christopher Reeves, all that fun stuff. And one thing I cannot stand is the constant changing of actors in their roles. I mean, Marvel, yes, we can talk about how great they did. And they win, right? Don't get me wrong. I just was never a big Marvel fan. Not that I didn't like them. I watched their cartoons too. I always just loved DC more. But the fact that we keep rebooting, we keep changing people. I mean, I get it. We can't have Heath Ledger anymore, which, by the way, was phenomenal. I mean, Heath Ledger and Jack Nicholson in that order. It was Jack Nicholson for the longest time for me. Batman will always be Michael Keaton for me. I loved Christian Bale, and there's whatever. Okay, we're rambling now. And if you ever want to talk to me about who are my favorite actors who played every superhero, I could tell you, but I'm more of a at the roots kind of guy. Not the roots, I guess, because Christopher Reeves, I like him the most, but there was a guy who played him on TV. I can't remember his name right now. But anyway, so it kind of, and now the Joker was pretty good. It was a completely different take, and I get it. They're also being darker. Anyway, a lot of rambling before I've even started minute 1 of this movie, so maybe it'll turn me around. I like Lady Gaga. I liked her in that movie with Bradley Cooper. Whatever that was, I forget. But let's get into this one, see what we think. Stick around, I'll be back. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of Joker Folie à Deux. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but apologize if I'm not. And I totally get the entire disappointment. I'm sorry, I'm looking at some of the... Steve Coogan was in it, looking at the credits as they're going on. Harvey Dent, Harry Lewitt played Harvey Dent, who cares, right? But anyway, I totally get the disappointment in this film. It starts for me as, at first it was good, and I'm marveling at the fact of Joaquin Phoenix's acting ability, transformation ability. You know, a lot of actors do that. I mean, the way they transform their bodies is unreal. They'll be super skinny 1 second and then super buff, or even, you know, overweight, and they just do that. It's crazy, and I know they suffer a lot of health problems with that. But looking at this, I was like, wow. 1. 2, the way he acts. I mean, we've seen it in the first one, so you don't need me to tell you about this one. It's got a little bit of a singing to it. And then we got Lady Gaga. I think she's really good. I think she should be in more. And she plays Harley Quinn, or Leigh Quinzel, I guess is what it is, which is her full name, whatever. And we get an introduction to her in you know, different than every other Harley Quinn, which I think is only 1, but what does it matter? So you got that whole setup. It's and they meet in Arkham, as we know, and he kind of gets a renewed sense of life, if you will, after meeting her, and that's all the good stuff. He basically is on trial, essentially, for what he did in the first one, and that's really your plot there. You know, a budding relationship along with a trial. Not much else. They're in jail for a little bit, but that's it. That's all you get, right? There's not much else to the plot of this movie. Now, where it starts to go south for me is, and I did hear this, I forgot, like I try not to, like I watch previews or listen, sometimes I listen to some people online, but it's a musical, right? And at first I was like, oh, okay, he's doing a little singing, but they have it so often that it just, that's not what I was looking for, to be honest with you, and it drew me to my phone. So I'm on my phone looking at things because I don't want to sit here and watch people sing and dance in a Joker movie. Once or twice is okay, but it was really like often, I felt, and it caused me actually to stop watching it and getting on my phone, and I'm missing pieces because then they'd stop singing and something would go on. But you really don't miss much because, again, I mean, you got like 2 pieces of this full story. They're the 2 of them meeting and starting to like each other and their stories, and then the trial and what goes on there. That's it. I don't think there's anything else besides that. I mean, very little, you know. And so 2 hours and 18. I mean, it wasn't really 2 hours and 18. We're talking 2 hours and 10 minutes, maybe. So not much that difference. 8 minutes of credits, but that's it. You know what I mean? It feels like, I don't know, there could be a lot more in there. So you got the good acting. You got a very simplistic plot line. You got the musical side of things, right? So weighing that, and then I know people said the ending. So I'm not sure which part of the ending. I mean, they're both, you know, can drive people angry, you know, for whatever reason. I'm upset with one half of it, not the other half of there. And I'll get into spoiler alerts a little bit about that at the end. But I don't think the ending upsets me that much, except for the one piece of it. Because I think there could be more if we did something correct. But there you go. I think this could have been a much shorter movie if you erase all the singing and dancing and really just get down to more dialogue and development. And that's it. There's not much else to it for me. I did like the appearance of Harvey Dent, the Harley Quinn. You know, I like to see little things like that. And I'm not sure if I missed other people, like the Riddler might have been in it, but I didn't nail that down, or the Penguin and stuff like that. I like that kind of stuff, even though they'd all be new. Yeah, the answer is Danny DeVito if you're asking about who's my favorite Penguin. Anyway, you know, Mr. Freeze would have been cool. Like all those guys, if they could have popped up in Arkham, and they could have called them out a little bit more, maybe a little bit more fun. But otherwise, it's just, it lacks. It lacks, except for music and singing. And she's got a great voice. And like I said, he could sing. Wasn't that great, but he was doing it as the Joker. And that's all I got. I don't have anything else. I'm as disappointed as others, mainly around, you know, all the singing and dancing, not so much the end. But I do want to talk about that. So if you haven't seen this movie, I do want to talk about I'm going to talk about the whole thing. So if you don't want to know what happens at the end, disconnect. Thanks for tuning in. Hit like and subscribe, all that fun stuff. But if you've seen it, or if you don't even care, stick with me. Spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. Okay, 2 pieces to the ending that I think are discussable. The fact that she breaks him out, right? He goes and finds her. And, you know, because he said he's not really the Joker, he's not, whatever, she doesn't want to be with him. I don't understand if they're having a baby or not. He says, but we're having a baby. I didn't hear if she said it. I even rewound it and looked at it again. And she starts singing again. So I lost all interest in that part, and she dances off, whatever. So maybe she was pregnant or not. That doesn't matter to me. But the fact that they break up, like they had, you know, and they could bring that back together. But wouldn't it have been fun if they ride off into the sunset, and now we got maybe Joker Part Trey, or whatever it is, Tres, whatever it is. Maybe that's it. I think you'd have to fix a lot, you know. But that leaves that door open to be like Joker and Harley Quinn, and it brings back the 2 of them. I don't know. Okay, a little upset that they didn't do something like that and leave it hanging, or do something there. That's okay. Then we jump to the second piece, which I think a lot of people like, is based on what we're seeing, there is not going to be a Joker Trey, at least with Joaquin Phoenix or Arthur Finn or whatever his name was. You know, so I think that's why people were upset. I don't know why. Because if this is what you're putting out, that's okay. I don't need another one. I think DC, if you're going to reset, give us characters and stick to them. Stop changing them. You know, and don't make a Flashpoint where everybody, you know what I mean, just keep changing and going around. I did enjoy the Flashpoint piece in Flash, but seeing like Nicolas Cage and stuff. But here, I can't stand. I want to see another Joker. Don't we have what's his name? Also from the new Batman with Twilight guy in it. Isn't there a new Joker like in that one? Like he had a little piece of it. I don't know if he's gonna be in the next one. I also thought that we were gonna see a little Batman in this, and I don't think I saw him. So you know what I mean? Like stop messing around. There's so many different DC superheroes. Let's nail it in and let's keep them. I mean, keep Wonder Woman. Gal Gadot is the best. I'd love to keep everybody as they are and keep it going. I don't think that's gonna happen. But there you go. If you ever want me to do a video on who my favorite actors to do superheroes, let me know in the DC world. It's not that big of a list. I could probably do it now, but I feel like I'm wasting your time already. So there you go. I don't know if I'm helpful at all, but I'm as disappointed as everybody else in this. And that's it. Probably, am I giving it a 6? I hate to give it a 5 just because of the acting. I don't know. That's where I am. I'm in the 5 and a 6 range on a DC, not superhero movie, but villain movie. Alright. Comic movie. There you go. Thanks for tuning in. Sorry for blabbering. Kimmel's Irish Pub.